But man, forever the utilitarian, forever thinking of everything only in terms of visible and apparent circumstances, has never given proper thought or consideration to these substances which are within him and around him, which form a natural environment and atmosphere, and in which he lives. First of all, he must realize that these elements are not simply things heaped together, aggregates of confusion. Each of these elements has its boundaries. It has its laws and its rules. It has its particular channels of expression. And each sustains or supports because of the presence within it of an energy factor. So that these elements are indeed rivers of life. And that when they are cut off from man, man perishes. The element of air, of which we can not see any tangible part, but which we can sense mostly through the sense of feeling, or the element of water or fire or earth. These elements are not only something we use, something that appears in this world. These elements are complete existences in themselves. The element of water, for example, is not merely one kind of water. It is essentially a principle, a fluidic medium. And water, as we see it, is only a very small part of its manifestation. The rest of its substance is invisible to us. The same is true even of earth. Only certain forms of earth can we see. Only certain forms of fire can we see. Only certain kinds of air can we recognize or respond to with any of the perceptions. Because all elements, including earth, all elements are essentially invisible. And the visible parts of them are merely extensions into the compounds which we call form. Thus, air has a total existence apart from the air that we breathe. Fire, water, earth have total existences. And the reason we do not appreciate these or understand them better is because they are beyond our dimensional acceptance. So Paraelsus brings up the problem of dimension. He says we live in a world of three dimensions. What we do not realize is that we live in a world of infinite dimensions, but that man as a creature is bound by three. Therefore his experience is within these three, and when his activity reaches the circumference of these dimensions, it turns back upon him again. He cannot immediately break through into any other dimension. Thus he lives a comparatively limited creature. There are forms that are not three-dimensional, or two-dimensional, or one-dimensional, as we know dimensions. There are energies which cannot be captured within the dimensional pattern of our consciousness or experience. We begin to realize this, for we know that at this moment, this room is filled with energy. And some of these man-directed, as television or radio, and that these waves are moving around us and perhaps through us constantly, yet we are unaware of them. Paraelsus therefore postulates another point. He says man potentially possesses the mechanism necessary for a further extension of his own consciousness into a polydimensional universe. That these things must happen in the course of time, and that when they do happen, man is going to be gravely surprised. He is going to realize that the space around him, the interval factors which he recognizes, have no existence except in terms of his own sensory limitations, and that what he calls emptiness is merely a fullness beyond his comprehension. That nowhere in the universe is there actually a vacuum. That the elementary being is not composed of a compound of 4 elements, nor even of 2, but is a creature subsisting and existing only in its own elements, having no nature, no integration, no compound or composite nature outside of this single element. This world could have in it a kind of equivalent to everything that we have, with the exception that everything there is composed of this one elemental substance.